You may be seated.
Sergeant number 2, plate, cover back. Nope. Front, rank, steady! Back. Nope. Center, rank, steady! Rail down. Rear, rank, steady! Squadron, hey! Front! Officers, fall! Head!
Number 1, lights and at ease.
Number 2, lights and at ease. Squadron, unhead, Squadron, sit at ease. Squadron, attention! Squadron, sit at ease.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the commanding officer, Captain James Kimball, as well as all the staff and cadets, I would like to welcome everyone to 865 Dartmouth Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron's annual ceremonial review for 96-97 cadet year. The cadet squadron commanded for this parade is Warrant Officer, 2nd Class Matthew Fox. In case there's an emergency or anything like that, the exits are directly across the gym floor out the doors. There are washrooms are directly to the alcove down here. Take a right, the first door on the left is the males, and the second one is the females. At the end of the parade, there will be a reception in the hallway down, on the way down to the playroom, and there will be stag displays in the playroom. Although I'd like to ask, before anyone goes down to the small playroom, they allow the reviewing party to leave and do their inspection first. A little information about our squadron here. 865 Dartmouth Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron was formed in the fall of 1977 by its founder and first commanding officer, Major Earl Lance, with fewer than 15 cadets, and reaching a peak strength of over 100 cadets in the early 1990s. The squadron's current strength of 65 cadets and attendance has been increased over the past 2 years, with an average age of the cadets of around 15 years old. The past year, 865 captured the regional title for volleyball, and the squadron's drill team placed a strong third in the regional competitions and represented the air cadet movement at the provincial tri-service parade held this past May. One of our cadets, Flight Sergeant Sarah Chappell, did 865 proud by placing third at the provincial effective speaking contest hosted by the Air Cadet League of Nova Scotia. This past year saw a changing of the guard at 865 as Captain Gary Dort stepped down as commanding officer after 3 years of service. Appointed to the position of commanding officer was Captain James Kimball. Captain Kimball has the distinction of being the first former cadet at A65 to become commanding officer. Unfortunately, this year, we are saying goodbye to two of our officers, Lieutenant Aaron O'Hearn, the administration officer, who is not here tonight, and Lieutenant Nathan Beeler, the training officer. We wish him well.
Lyons, General, salute! Salute!
You may be seated.
Number 2, Lyons, attack, head! Squadron, eyes, front. Squadron, close, order, crouch. Squadron, yes, yes.
At this time, we're going to be carrying on with a mobile display of the band, drill team, and speech by Flight Sergeant Kurt. This time, I'd like to call the commanding officer, Captain James Kimball, to come up and say a few words to the parade.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, parents, our special guest, our reviewing officer, Captain Mack here, some of the dignitaries that have showed up, and certainly welcome them and thank them for coming out. Mr. Jack Hatcher, the director of the Nova Scotia Air Cadet League, and our former or our past commanding officer, Captain Gary Dort, you can see him down there inside, and our area cadet officer, Captain Randy Mintz. Appreciate all of these people coming out and looking in on our parade to see how we're doing tonight. I think that it's going on excellently so far. What's going on right now is that we'll be doing a couple displays for you live, and then following that, the squadron will be falling back in, and we will be proceeding with the rest of the parade, which will include what I know the cadets are looking forward to, the awards presentations, and then a few speeches from some of the folks up here. So, I would just like to welcome you once again to our 19th annual inspection here of 865 Air Cadets. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you very much.
We will now be carrying on a display of the drill team.
Drill team, hey!
Don't A65 trophy.
I apologize for not being able to face you, but I'll do my best kind of on an angle here. Okay, so we were given 3 topics to choose from for our speeches this year, and for my topic I chose Canada's future. Indeed, history is nothing more than a tableau of crimes and misfortunes. So could the same be said for our future? Captain Mack, honored guests, officers, and fellow cadets. The first part of this comment is a quote from a highly respectable gentleman, Voltaire. The latter, a question posed by myself. Now, I could hardly be called a highly respectable gentleman, but I would like to think myself a fairly intelligent young lady, one who believes in the old phrase, history repeats itself, but would like to avoid such a dismal prediction for our future. The future of our country, or any country for that matter, I believe is contained, at least in part, in our past. T.S. Eliot once said, "Time present and time past are both perhaps present in time future, and time future contained in time past." So does this mean that we should look into our past and see our future? Well, this seems unreasonable and even unthinkable to some. But let us consider for a moment the future of our country by looking into our past, so that we may think of such an insane yet so simple an idea. Canada has always been a peaceful and a fortunate country. Canada has been virtually free of widespread famine and the kinds of violent riots that we see all too often today in other parts of the world. Not to say that these things haven't been possible or even present in Canada's past, but Canada is a country full of good people who are willing to pull together and help each other so that we can survive as best we can. It seems as of late, however, that instead of coming together to solve our problems, Canada has been falling apart. So I have one question for you on that note tonight. What is Canada? Canada is a multicultural country. Canada is officially bilingual and recognizes many different backgrounds and religions within itself. Canada is as diverse in its peoples as it is in its landforms. So how can a country that's renowned and known worldwide for its diversity of peoples have a whole group of people within the country say that they do not feel properly represented or respected as a separate group? Obviously, we are doing something wrong. So what we have to ask is, what do we do about it? I believe it is the responsibility of our government to keep this country together, to keep it prosperous, and to keep the people happy. So what do we do as a general population? As a democratic society, we can vote for a government that we believe is responsible and will listen to the needs and the wants of the people in the country. So all that is left for us to do is hang up our Canadian flag and sit and wait for the country's future to unfold around us? No. Each of us has a part to play in our country, whether it's by voting or whether it's by looking around you when you go to your office or to your classroom tomorrow and noticing all the different types of people and knowing that these people are what make Canada what it is. All the different types of people you see around you every day are what make Canada such a great country. Go to an elementary school, watch the children playing on the playground, and know that these children are our future. Sit in a classroom and listen to a teacher teach a child a second language for the first time, because this is our future. Perhaps changing our future is not as difficult as we once thought. Teach our children right today, and we will have a better tomorrow. It seems so simple. We can avoid a tableau of crimes and misfortunes for our future. We can remain a strong country, a beautiful country, and perhaps Canada can always be a country that is glorious and free.
Perfect Attendance Award is given to the cadets in recognition of their commitment to A65 Rotating Aircraft Squadron over the past training year. Cadets who have not missed more than 4 regular nights will receive a perfect attendance pin in recognition of their achievement. First year cadets to receive the award: Grant Dunigay, Chris Finlay, Justin Gill,
Sir!
Dustin Gardin, Maurice Hennigan, Amanda Mercier, Summer White, Amanda Watson, Dakshan Mesfield, Robert Hennigan. We will now present second years for the Perfect Attendance Award. LIC Jason Baker, Corporal Amanda Blackett, Corporal Anthony Shan, Corporal Jeremy Coulier,
Sir!
Corporal Claire Edwards, LIC Dominic Luthers,
Sir!
Corporal Beth McLean, Corporal Chris Terrier. We will now present perfect attendance for third year cadets. Corporal Diane Dwyer, Sergeant Thomas Leslie, Sergeant Tony Roberts Jr.,
Sir!
Corporal Tanya Tybert,
Sir!
LIC Rebecca Watson,
Sir!
Corporal Brian White.
Sir!
We now present perfect attendance for fourth year cadets. Corporal Tony Manson, Flight Sergeant Joe Corkery, Flight Sergeant Sarah Chapel.
Sir!
We will now present fifth year cadets of perfect attendance. Flight Sergeant Steve Moore,
Sir!
Warrant Officer Matthew Fox,
Sir!
Sergeant Jeff DeCurtin.
Sir!
We will now present 6 year cadets of perfect attendance. 1 officer, 2nd class, Aston Chapel, Flight Sergeant James Bezanson. An extra note for some, 100% attendance was this year was done by Justin Gill, Amanda Watson, Corporal Claire Edwards, Corporal Chris Terrier, Corporal Tony Bezanson, and 1 officer 2nd class Fox all had 100% attendance this year. The next award to be given out is for top first-year male and female cadet. In order to receive this award, each cadet must have joined between January 96 and December 96. Given to the cadets who have demonstrated thorough participation and effort and a top all-around first-year cadet with an 865 Rugby Aircraft Squadron. I'd like to ask Captain Dorr to present this trophy. And the recipients of this year's trophy: top female first-year cadet, LIC Amanda Watson. Top first-year male cadet, Cadet Dak Shee Mansfield. Thank you, Captain Dorr. The next award to present out is for the most improved senior cadet. The cadet must be at least a 2nd-year cadet and given to the cadets who demonstrated the greatest improvement in the areas of attendance, participation, attitude, dress, drill, and deportment over the previous year. I'd like to ask Captain James Kimball to present this trophy. And giving to Corporal Tanya Tybert. The next trophy is for the top all-around senior cadet. This trophy is given to the cadet who is an active participant in a majority of the squadron's activities and programs, and whose efforts best contribute to the overall success of the squadron. I'd like to ask Captain James Kimball to present this trophy as well. And present this trophy to Flight Sergeant Stephen Moore. The next trophy we are to present is the Charles Baxter Award for Continued Excellence. And this trophy is presented to the cadet who have continuously performed all their duties at a high level and who acts as a prospective role model for other cadets. I'd like to ask Mr. Jack Patrick to present this trophy. And the recipient of this trophy is Warrant Officer Second Class Anderson Chapel. The next trophy presented is the Peter Lyons Memorial Award. This is considered the highest award available for cadets of A65 Squadron, presented in memory of Peter Lyons, a former instructor of A65. Award for the overall excellence in dedication, leadership, and proven ability to motivate others. The cadet is also an active participant in squadron programs, displaying high standards of drill, dress, and performance at all times. I'd like to ask our General Officer Captain Mack to present this trophy. And the recipient of this trophy is Flight Sergeant Sarah Chapel. That concludes the presentation of awards. I would now like to ask the reviewing officer, Captain Mack, to say a few words to the parade.
Thank you, Captain Kimball, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, parents, and young men and women of 865 Air Cadet Squadron. Good evening, and I got to tell you, it's a real thrill for a guy in dark blue to be here with you tonight. It wasn't meant to be an applause point. It's okay. Thanks, Base Chief. I appreciate it. It's a little unusual, perhaps, for a senior naval officer to get to come and do this. There's a great story as to how it happened, but I'll leave that to Lieutenant Beeler to explain to those that really want to know. I want to ask everybody out there, what do you say about this much spirit and this many great young people? Come on, let's do it. your dress, your deportment, your band, your drill team, your speeches, your attendance, the award winners, and the spirit, you're not going to beat anywhere. So I congratulate each and every one of you for a superb job this evening. I'm not the only speaker, so I'll move along very quickly. I've been known to put cadets on the floor before. I'll try not to do that tonight. To all of the parents who are here, I hope you're proud. You should be proud. You've done a super job. I know there's a lot of commitment involved. I'm not in the cadet world. My involvement for the last 15 years has been in scouting. I understand the commitment it takes to do this. My hat's off to all of you. Please continue to support those that make these magic moments happen. Please. To the commanding officer and to all of his staff, I congratulate you. I think it's pretty obvious why you're here. I think it's pretty obvious the product you create. Congratulations to you and the entire team for a superb job. Well done. To those who make it all happen in other ways, to Mr. Hatcher and the Air Cadet League of Canada, and to the Kiwanis Club of Dartmouth, who are a key sponsor to this squadron, I assure you that your involvement in this is absolutely critical to the future, and we heard a little bit about the future tonight, so I thank you very much for your efforts as well. And now I've got about 56 messages for you out there in 865 Squadron. No, I don't. I have 3 messages, and I only want you to remember 3 things. The first thing we saw tonight, never forget excellence. If you're reading the sorts of things that Flight Sergeant Chappell talked about tonight, you will know that the future is about excellence, because if you're not passionate about what you do and you're not striving to do your best, you got a tough road ahead. What I saw tonight means you don't have to worry, but never forget that excellence is what we're here to strive for. The second message I leave you with is it's got to be fun. And it's clear to me you're having fun. Never lose sight of the fact that when you're having fun, you're growing and you're moving ahead. You add excellence to fun and you're halfway there. And the third thing that I can't possibly pass up this week is to say, for goodness sakes, as you go away to a super summer, make sure it's safe. This happens to be Health and Safety Week, and if you look carefully, you will find that 80% of the serious injuries happen to the younger members of Canada, not to the older members. I guess that's because we're not as active. And I don't particularly want to hear next fall that any one of you came to a difficult summer because safety slipped a little bit in the excitement of the moment. Try to be safe as you go through the summer. An interesting statistic is that there are 67,000 years of work lost in Canada. Years of work every year. 67,000 man-years of work are lost in Canada every year because of accidents. So those 3 things, please. Excellence, fun, and a safe summer is what I wish you all. Well done. God bless. I look forward to the rest of the evening.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to call upon Mr. Jack Hatcher of the Air Cadet League of Nova Scotia to say a few words.
Captain Mack, officers, cadets of 865, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to let you know that what I have seen here this evening is an excellent job. You've lived up to the past years of the squadron. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You did an excellent job this evening. And I think Captain Mack has said just about everything that's to be said. I would just like to thank our partners of the Air Cadet League, the Canadian Armed Forces, and the Kiwanis Club of Dartmouth for their untiring support over the years. And to the ladies and gentlemen, the ladies that press all the pants, and the gentlemen that shine all the shoes. Just kidding. You've done an excellent job, and I wish each and every one of you a very safe summer. And as Captain Mack said, make it a safe summer. Be careful. We want to see you all back in the fall. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hatcher.
Lyons, untitled, John.
Please stand for the unanimous review order.
Squadron will advance review order. Final center. Quick. March. Squadron general salute. Salute. Squadron, march off the flags!
Flag party, by the center.
Squadron to the flag! Salute!
Quick, march. Flag party, eyes, right.
Squadron, untamed, John! Squadron, dismiss!
You may be seated.